Alright, so this is Chuan Shin's work, and he wanted me to critique it. Let's see here. First of all, what I would say right off the bat is I would, I like a lot of it. Let me just say that. I think it's a decent setup. You've got a pretty decent balance going on. Um, there's probably some things that I would do a little bit differently, uh, but it's kind of nitpicky. So an example is this right here. So you've got your pier. The perspective on the house looks good, but when you get to the pier, the perspective on the pier looks a little bit off. Um, from a top view, like I see the house as like here's your barn, and then what's it got a little side here, and then the roof kind of goes like this and this, and then there's more buildings here. Well, the pier kind of like the landscape looks like it's almost like a parallel, which is good, but then the pier looks like it's kind of skewed like this, and I think it's just that perspective. Um, and what I think the problem is just looking at it. So here's my line, and if I'm following the perspective on here and here, when I start getting below that horizon line, that's when that pier kind of is going to fall a little bit more. And I think that's what screws it up. It just needs that. I need to see the top of the pier. Um, so there's that. That's the first thing that pops to my head. Second thing is I look here and you've got some tangents. Like it just feels like everything is kind of too involved with this. Like you got a little antler here. Um, it just everything kind of with the ship feels, especially with this area here, feels just too pushed together. Um, and I would probably change that. I mean, I like the rock here. I think this is a good thing, but it leads right up into the peak into this here, and I think that the line work and all this stuff just gets convoluted, and you get antlers going on and stuff like that, and a lot of tangents. So I would fix that. How I would fix that? Well, that's another story. I would say if I'm going to if I were going to fix that, I would say I don't know. It's kind of a maybe bring this edge down a little bit more, like so that this doesn't kind of flow in to that edge, and then maybe even bring it down here, and like end it in the water. And I think that'll layer it a little bit better. The other thing is in this area here, yeah, just it's creating kind of a flowy mess here, in my opinion. Um, it, it's not bad, but the boat blends in too much with everything else. So maybe you want to top the boat out a little bit more. It might be an option. Let me just do a test here real quick. Um, let's see here. Let's grab. Let's grab these foreground elements here. Actually, let's just grab all of this. this too. And let's just, oops, let's level that once. Let's see what, let's just, I mean, that's way too saturated, or way too much. But I think that pops it out a little bit more, and gives you better depth in that area alone. I think that does. So I would definitely do that. Watch the tangent over here too. Um, you got a tangent with your foot here on the dragon, um, and I think also going up another level of saturation in this area here. Again, watch your tangents. Um, you're getting a lot of them with the sides of the rock. They're getting close. Um, but I would also bring this area up here as well. I think you have a good composition. I think just the tangents need to be fixed. Like I said, the saturation makes a huge difference, and I didn't actually want to draw on that layer, so let's close this. Yeah, I think popping that saturation out helps quite a bit more. Um, and give me a reason for this. This is the other thing I'm going to say too. Give me a reason for this. What are these? I get it, these are the reflections, but what is this, and how does it relate to that piece? Um, that's just something I'm looking at, and just kind of thinking more of story. If it's like a firefly or something like that, put more of them in there. If it's something else, give me kind of the story behind it. Um, but yeah, I think that's the big thing, is that boat just blends too much. Because looking at just popping that a little bit more, I think that boat blends too much. Um, but bringing that out uh, would help quite a bit as far as that goes. So I hope that helps. All right, talk to you later.